I just lost my job today. No warning, no nothing. They wouldn't even tell me why. I don't know. I didn't do anything wrong. I have no savings.
Well, guys, listen, we're here today, and I have been saying this over and over and over again, hoping that people hear me, that let you know that these companies aren't loyal.
Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? It was just a matter of time.
I've been saying over and over again that you guys trust CNN, Fox, everybody telling you the economy's great. Everything is wonderful. This is the best year of jobs earnings that we've ever had in the last couple of years. This is what we've been hearing.
Stop the cap.
And I've been telling you guys, don't believe them. I've said they're going to revise the numbers. I've been saying to you guys, make sure you have an emergency savings account, because these companies, again, let's say it all together, these companies aren't loyal. Fact. And I've been hearing the comments in the DMs and the emails that I've been getting saying, Orlando, you haven't seen the numbers. The numbers say that you're wrong. Well, we're gonna jump into that. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. Also, too, guys, I have a newsletter. Yes, you know the deal. It's free. How can you be free? You can't. And then also, too, if you need any type of financing that deals with commercial properties or investment properties, I'm your guy. I've been a lender for almost 20 years, and I can assist you with that. That information is in the pinned comment in the description. Let's jump straight to it. Let's finish out to listen to what this young lady says about her getting laid off in the current job market.
I have nothing. I just don't. I got in the exit interview and they said, today's gonna be your last day. My manager, my director was on the call. And then they were like, the decision has already been made, so we really don't have anything to hear from you. You're only gonna get paid for the one day you worked in August, and we'll give you your commission check, and that's the last of it. And end the call on me.
Bye. See you when I see you. Goodbye.
Now, let me just be perfectly clear, guys. I don't want anyone to lose their job. I want you to make as much money as you possibly can. I want you to have the best career that you possibly can have. I just don't want you to think that these companies are loyal.
Write it down and keep it for future reference.
That's my issue. That's been the premise of me telling you guys what's currently happening in this economy. Do not trust these companies. While some of you guys disagree with me and are loyalists, and love your UPSs, love your Googles and your Microsoft and Intel, even though they're laying off thousands of people.
My best business decisions really have to do with picking people.
You think you're safe. And this young lady that's crying, saying, they didn't give me a warning. I didn't have savings. They don't know my situation. Why would you lay me off knowing I need a job? Because they don't care. You're a number to them. And this is what I say when people say to me, Orlando, I'm not loyal. Well, if you're not loyal, this shouldn't be a surprise to you. The reason why she's crying, the reason why she's totally upset is because she was surprised. She was surprised that her job would do this to her. That why would a job do this to me? That I'm one of their best workers. I'm one of their best workers. They told me the other day, what would we do without you? And I've been telling you guys this from the very beginning. These numbers that you're seeing shared on social media, these numbers that you're seeing on Fox News, CNN, wherever you get your news from, they've been telling you it's the best time ever. I know what you're seeing. I know what your neighbor told you. I know what your mom told you. I know what your dad told you. I know what your siblings and your friends, they're all wrong. We are hiring. This is the best time that we've ever had in the last 2 years. Remember I did a video on that? And I told you guys, the one thing I said that they were gonna do, I said, get ready. they're going to revise the numbers.
We are back with some breaking economic data. The U.S. economy added 73,000 jobs in July. That was less than expected. The unemployment rate came in at 4.2%. Investopedia's editor-in-chief, Caleb Silver, here to talk more about the numbers and what they mean to you. So just walk us through what we're seeing and what they say about our economy right now.
Yeah, well, that was less than expected. We were expecting around 100,000 jobs. Given the past few months, we've had really strong job growth, we thought, but we have massive revisions for May and June, down 275,000 jobs. Those job numbers back in May and June that we thought were so strong, way overstated. May revised 125,000 jobs lower. June, 133,000 jobs lower. This labor market is definitely not as strong as we thought. The hiring is not in the places where you thought tariffs would push it in manufacturing and industrial production. It's still in healthcare and social assistance.
Is there any industry or category where we're seeing the biggest change right now?
It's healthcare, and that's really where it's been for the past year and a half. So healthcare, social assistance, physician assistance, that type of in-home care, that's been really popular. That's been where the gains are. But if you look at manufacturing, if you look at industrial production, if you look at retail, if you look at professional services, very flat right now. This job market feels like it's starting to weaken. We thought it was strong, but again, those numbers were not what we thought they were in May and June.
Did you hear what he said? Listen, look, I'm not saying I told you so. I'm not saying I told you so. I'm just saying these are the numbers that they're revising, and this is what I said before the revision. Did you hear what the man said? The man said,
we thought the economy was way stronger. We thought this job market was stronger, and I guess it's not. I guess it's starting to weaken.
Really? Who could have called that? Who could have guessed that people not being able to find jobs is a reflection of the job market? Who would have thought that rising prices and mass layoffs equals a bad job market? Sounds like common sense, right? I mean, it sounds like common sense to me. Let's just look at the government side. The government side, we've been seeing layoff after layoff after layoff after layoff after layoff. You've seen it with your own eyes. Matter of fact, some of you guys have been affected by that. And you're telling me that you are believing that job numbers are up. But you know what? Let's go ahead and look into the details. And I know you heard the guy say, look, the market is not as good, and the revisions, and the more, but I need you to see this. I need you to actually see the numbers, guys. I need you to actually see the numbers. So let's just take a look at this. The newest job revisions above average, but not unprecedented. Now, what's the reason why this shouldn't be a surprise for you? Because I've done videos over and over and over, and one of the big things I did during the pandemic time, there was a big revision. There was a big revision of 1 million jobs taken off that they said that was added during the revision process, which is a huge number. But let's just take a look at this. Now you see the chart here. Let's go to the May, June, July, August. You can see this area, all these 3 bars here, you see that's below. But remember, I was getting DMs and emails from realtors. I was getting emails, DMs from people who dislike my channel, dislike me, whatever. They were sending me emails and DMs saying, Orlando, you're a joke. Did you see these job numbers? That don't look like a bad economy to me. Which I don't get. Why are you fighting yourself? Why are you fighting the fact that I'm saying, take care of yourself? Look at the numbers. Look at what's happening in front of your eyes. That's all I'm asking. You go to the grocery store, you see egg prices go up every single day for the last 4 months. You still don't think something's happening? You see gas going up constantly. You see your utilities going up, and you think everything's okay? You see almost 500,000 people lose their jobs in the government sector, and you think everything's okay? You see Microsoft lay off 30,000 people. You see UPS lay off 24,000 people. Everything's okay? Okay, let's look at what they revised it to. So in May, the total number of new jobs added were downgraded from 144,000 to just 19,000. In May, it was 144,000. And they changed it to only 19,000 people getting new jobs. Then we go to June. The figure fell from 147,000 additional jobs to 14,000. And then it says, however, non-farming payroll growth reached a seasonal adjusted 73,000. I wonder what that's going to be readjusted to. I wonder, is it going to be 10 jobs, 12 jobs. But let me guess. There's someone in the back. There's someone in the back that I hear that is saying, Orlando, I mean, what does this really prove? Well, let me show you.
If you're looking for a job right now, stop. There's no jobs. There's no jobs. There's no jobs for you. There's no jobs for me. There's no jobs for grandma, grandpa, your brother who just graduated from college, your dad who just got laid off because he's 50 years old and his role was told that he was a redundancy and now nobody will hire him because he's 50 years old. There's no jobs. And if you do have a job, guess what? Now you're a contract worker. And as somebody who has worked as a contract worker, let me let you know, you're about to get taxed at a higher rate, friend, because contract workers are taxed higher. Isn't that crazy? And you're gonna have to cover your own health insurance. Good luck with that in this healthcare system. Yep. Yeah, no jobs. No jobs. Also, women, don't worry, you don't need a job. Your job now is motherhood. We're all going to have jobs as mothers because that is a full-time job in itself. I really do think that. But do I agree with what they're trying to do where every woman has to have a child? No. It's personally not a job I want. But if you are working that job, good job. You're doing a good job because there are no jobs. No jobs. No jobs.
No jobs. Did you hear that? No jobs. That's people's experience. And let me explain this. While this is just one video, there's thousands of these type of videos. Individuals saying, do you know how hard it is to find a job? Do you know I went through 10 interviews for one job? 10 interviews. And they still said no? Did you know that I put in 3,000 applications? Did you know that I put in 100, 400, 800 applications? These are real stories. As a matter of fact, I've done videos and shown you guys. So I'm not making this stuff up, but it just baffles my mind that people truly, truly believe, even though they've been lied to over and over and over again, that they're still loyal to their company. They still believe things even after they see them with their own eyes.
Awkward. So awkward.
Even after the math in your bank account shows something ain't right. I make the same amount of money, but yet I'm struggling more this year. Did you struggle last year? No, you did struggle last year. But you're struggling this year. What changed? Was it your spending habits? No, that didn't change. Orlando, my spending habits, I'm budgeting. I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing. But costs continue to go up. Something ain't right. This is the reason why I say you need to have an emergency savings account. I know. Everybody's like, oh, Orlando, you're asking me to budget. You're asking me to save. I am. And this is the thing that's going to help you weather this. The reason why people don't like me saying that you should save, that you have an emergency savings account, or that you should budget is because they don't want to make sacrifices.
I don't care.
Somebody told me, Orlando, there's no way you're going to budget your way out of debt. What? What did you just say to me? You said there's no way you're going to budget yourself out of debt. That's the whole purpose. You get what I'm saying? That is the whole purpose. You budget to get out or to stay out of debt. And since you're already in debt, you need to budget. That's how you got into it, by not budgeting.
Bologna, fudge, and mustard. My life is being ruined.
Does that make sense? You are in this situation because you didn't budget. You are in this situation, like the first lady said, I didn't save, I didn't do anything. It's because she had loyalty to the company that they will always keep her on the payroll.
This job application and interview process can go straight to hell. Straight to hell with gasoline draws on, like my mom would say, because what the f is going on? I recently made it to the panel interview stage for a job I was really excited about. I had talked to the recruiter, I had talked to another person, and now I was at the panel interview stage where you're interviewing with like 4 or 5 different people. We're kikiing, we're laughing, we're having a great time, we're talking about the role, we're talking about my experience, I'm asking them great questions, they're asking me questions, I'm answering them, we're bouncing back and forth. It was great, or so I thought. We had a great time. Interview ended and the girls were like, this was such a great interview. We had a great time talking to you and learning more about you, blah, blah, blah. I leave thinking, I did that. Like, I would love to join this team. Let's do it. A couple days later, I get a email, rejection. You didn't answer the questions in the proper format, so we can't move you forward in the process. What format are you talking about? She's like, the recruiter, She was like, oh, I tried calling you the day before to like explain and let you know that there's a specific format we require applicants to answer interview questions with. I was like, what? When did you call me? And why wouldn't you leave a message? Like, what are you talking about? She called me from a New York number and I'm applying to jobs in DC. I get a million spam phone calls a day. Like, I'm not answering random New York City numbers when I'm not expecting a call from them. So she just calls me randomly, doesn't leave a message, doesn't send an email, and is like, oh, well, I called you to let you know and you didn't answer. So I like, please go to hell. Please go straight to hell.
The question is, why do you think they did that? Why do you think a job is telling you, based on your format, we're going to have to let you go. Everything else was great, but the format. It's because they wanted someone else. They put out this job offer and they had thousands of applicants. They probably whittled it down to 100 people. And that means 100 interviews. And they found someone better. And to weed you out, to give you a rejection, to make you feel better, they're like, well, you didn't put a period here. If they really wanted you and they really liked you and they thought you were going to make them money, trust me, they wouldn't have said anything about a format. Matter of fact, they would have probably pushed you and say, hey, can you fill this out in this format and redo this so we really liked you. We really liked you. We want to bring you on to the team, but you have to fill out this way in this format. They didn't do that because they didn't want you. And this is what I'm saying, guys. And you think that this is normal behavior for a regular job market, for a regular economy? Let's take a look, because here's the thing. People will fight me and tell me, Orlando, it's just tech, really. It's just UPS. They want to say it's only certain companies that are laying off, and that this has nothing to do with the overall economy, because everybody wants to associate the stock market with the economy. Let me tell you what. This stock market has been propped up for the longest. You have to understand that there will have to be some consequence for propping up. How are these companies continuing to make money with the economy going bad? This is a perfect time for Orlando University. Guys, listen, let's have this conversation. This is a test, guys. This is a test. If you've been paying attention, you should answer this correctly. Now, this is a little bit more advanced, guys. If a company is continuing to make money in a bad economy and their stock price continues to go up, where are they getting the money from? Let's go ahead. A, they're starting a new product. B, research and development. C, they're laying off people. Or D, more sales. They've been selling more. Look, I'll give you time. If you said D, please leave the class. Leave the class. The right answer, laid off individuals. But here, guys, I want to give you some actual evidence to show you the numbers, because trust me, math, you can't go wrong with math. But when you add math and common sense, woo, boy, let me tell you, math and common, you're levitating at that point. You can, I can see what's going to happen. But guys, let's take a look at this. Everyone's saying it's just Google, it's just this, it's just certain companies. Let's just take a look. It says all major US sectors saw fewer payrolls after revision. Really? This is crazy. Government, negative 119,000. Trade and transport, negative 40,000. Look, did we skip to hospitality, negative 18,000. Construction, negative 16,000. What? Education? Remember, they said teachers will never get fired. Those guys are getting fired. I just can't believe it. I can't believe it's just not butter. Let's be real. The evidence is right in front of you guys' faces.
Girl, please do not leave that job that you hate so much right now if you don't have something else lined up. I was making 30 plus an hour at a tech sales job, full commission, uncapped, not making $10 an hour hosting.
Sounds like she's fighting a battle. The main message is don't quit your job, because trust me, I've been getting tons of messages and emails and DMs from you guys. And a lot of you guys are Orlando, I don't like my job. I actually despise my job. I dislike waking up every day going to this place, and I'm just gonna quit. I'm gonna quit and get another job. Are you sure? Don't be a fool. You see this job market, right? People are putting in hundreds of applications, not one callback. You have to know that it's not a smart idea to quit a job before you have another job. And even then, if you don't do the research, you could end up in a bad situation. This is my thing. At the end of the day, you need to have an emergency savings account. You need to get your credit together. You need to get all your finances together so that if you are in a situation like any of these people that are in the clips, that you have a buffer. If you have all of your stuff together, you budgeting, you're doing everything right, you cannot tell me it would make life easier if you got laid off. You can't tell me that. I know a lot of people will disagree with me, but trust me, it will help you. And then when you get these job offers, please do the research. Please look into the company. Look off if they just laid off individuals. Look at their history, not just if they laid off people in the last 2 weeks. Look if they laid off people in the last 3 years. At the end of the day, you guys know I could talk about this stuff forever. But guys, listen, if you love content like this, please join the Patreon, guys. We do exclusive videos over there. You will love it. But we also know you can't get all of your information from this one video. I need you to watch this video right here. Yes, this one right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, and get you into your first rental property. I will see you in the next one. Thanks.